So there is a possibility you can project this, and the life allows some space for you to project some idea and try to actualize your projection. But I have not found anything as harmonious as the life that just comes by itself also. Both is okay, but when you sort of feel your way, and then you're very present with life, your mind is not in the past or in the future, then your eyes are very present, and you have a lot of trust and faith in life also, because you see that without your own projections, the life works quite harmoniously.
That's true. And also we have just a moment. We don't have the past and the future.
Yes. People spend many, many lifetimes trying to just come to this understanding. You have nothing at all. I mean, even this moment you cannot have it. You can only experience it. With conditioned mind or without, maybe.
Depends.
It's good.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that I come in.
No, don't be sorry also. That would go completely against what I say.
And how are you?
Good.
Good? That's nice.
Everybody is good. But not everybody realizes it. Everybody is good. But not everyone realizes it. Sometimes they think, oh, my life is not good and so many things have to quit. I said, this is not true, really, But you can choose to believe that. Or maybe just conditioned out of habit to believe these things. Everybody's life is good. Maybe your body is not good. Maybe health is not good. But then sometimes your health is not good physically, and then you realize because your physical health is not good, but that you are not your physical health, that you are even beyond this physical health. That's a nice discovery. Quickly you're surrounded by
a lot of tension. So, and I really don't know what I want to say or what
it's okay.
So.
It's okay. It is okay. It is not so much common in life that people meet each other and then, somehow they feel to be quiet and they feel very uncomfortable if they have nothing to say. So they don't allow themselves to have nothing to say. Because that would be too difficult. Actually, I'm remembering one time I was in America, in Chicago. It was we were just there. And some local television station, they asked if they could, one man to interview, interview. So we went to this what you call it, studio, television studio. We're there like this. And then, so we started to interview, lights, camera. So, and then some of my the people here, they were in the operation room or something. They're watching.
Yeah.
So the interview started, and we were just talking like this. And somehow, one point was made, and the interviewer found it very, like, something happened. And so he couldn't speak. And in the control room, because in the television world, they say, you cannot have beyond something like 5 seconds where you're not speaking. It doesn't work. You know? So they were telling him, speak something in his thing, no? And he was like this. So I was quite comfortable. We sat like this, no? And so the people inside the control room, they were saying, you know, like they came after me, they were telling him, speak, you know, say something. Because something was already happening inside, but he could not follow the rules. Like that. They don't put these things out live anymore because things like this can happen.
So we are not an interview.
No. But I don't know. Some interviews are very good because I've enjoyed some. Especially when the one interviewing is very interested. Then it's very beautiful because it's not so personal. Then, you know, something flows better. And if you're comfortable not knowing where things are going, this is also good.
So can you repeat it?
It's important if you are very comfortable, even if you don't know where things are going, what's going to happen, or you have nothing to say, or nothing is happening, or something.
Yeah, for myself, I have often a question on the life or something, but more in the moment where I get the question, not 10 hours after that. So.
Yes. Yeah.
And for sure, I can ask you what's happened with this place. So, but it's not necessary that you give me the answer. I can ask anybody living here.
Yeah. Anyway, everybody's answer is different.
Yeah. And she said to me, "You like a teacher. What you teach the people?"
Just what I'm talking to you about. I wouldn't even call it so much teaching, you know, because teaching and learning go together, and I find both of them are mostly mental. So I feel I point something out, and then something inside must either respond to it like this favorably or not. Just point, and that is the nature of discovering something more than learning something. Because you can learn many things, but they don't stay with you. But if you discover something here, then you don't have to put any energy to keep it, because you didn't make it, you only discover. Okay? You discover what is already there. You cannot make what is already there. Because life cannot simply be about getting things. Life cannot just be only getting things and more things or something, or being famous, or I don't know. It has to be much richer than this, much more intuitive, more wise, more miraculous. It cannot just be about information and, you know, creativity. Even creativity, which we venerate, we love it so much to be creative, because it's in our nature. We are living in the creation, and we are creating also, and we are ourselves being created also. So of course we love creating things, but it's just past time. This creative process one time will stop also. It's okay. I mean, we're not, it's fine qualities here also, but is there something more even than creativity? More than objects, more than creativity, more than fantasy, more than projection, more than biological life, more than psychological life, more than identity? Is there more? Not more as in more, but more as in more pure, more pure, more perfect. So, yes, there is. And this is what this place, to point it out, to discover that. And definitely it's not a mental discovery. The mind will imitate first, no? But it's not merely a mental understanding. And one comes to find peace, also contentment. I say a joy which is not interrupted, uninterrupted joy. Emptiness. Not a favorite word when you have a mind, but emptiness, empty, to be empty. And so that when you are empty, you can feel and move in the spontaneity of existence. When you're full, you're always creating and projecting something. And all our projections are untrue.
And do you have a way to get empty?
Yeah, you can say. To not to make empty, but to discover empty. To find the emptiness which is here. It doesn't know itself as emptiness. It doesn't know anything. It's just that which is there before, which is independent of the mental activity, the psychological or emotional activity. It is untouched by that. You see? And it is not fighting with them, with those. They came after, and it takes care of them also. But it is not manipulated by any technique or any. There's no other. There's nothing that can control it. It cannot be controlled. It need not be controlled. And it is, for me, the ultimate discovery in this universe for a human being to discover that. Until we discover this, we are restless. We are never satisfied with anything for too long. After a while, you are compelled to change and find another thing to entertain. But when you discover this, your mind and your heart comes to rest in a silence. Doesn't mean that you stop working. Work goes on. Work is not against it. Work is okay. Activity is okay. But we can do the most exciting activity, the most big activity, and still you have no contentment, no peace. So to have everything in life that human beings can aspire for and don't find peace, I don't think it's worth it. You do anything, you're not happy, you don't find peace, you don't know God, then I think you're not happy. It will not last. And nothing lasts. That is brought to you through the senses or the mind. All of this is bound by time. And time says, everything that you experience belongs to me. I will eat everything. Except what you really are. I cannot eat that. But you better find what that is before I eat you. Yeah. This is the challenge, I feel. An exciting challenge for a human being. Because I feel that life has to sometimes also give you a sense of threat. We want treat, but we get threat. Because the life we want in the mind to be comfortable and to be secure. But these are not high virtues. Because when you're too comfortable, too secure, you go to sleep. And if you sleep, you will die. inside. You have to be alive inside. Even when you sleep physically. So life has to give something that is that keep you straight. Otherwise, you go to sleep. And the thing that keeps us straight is when we are afraid to lose the thing you value. And we are afraid to lose the thing we value when the thing you value belongs also to time. For most people, the things we value belong to time, and time you cannot keep. So already is a recipe for some stress. Also, it is important, I feel, that you are comfortable enough to be flexible, that you're not driven only by your own projections. Sometimes we have a very strong idea, strong intention, and it blinds you from seeing what life produces in the moment. You see? Sometimes you have strong intention, and then suddenly the wind changes. And you have got to be comfortable with this also. And the power to fulfill that is not happening, and somehow you must just be here. And how long it will take you to adjust to just being here. And the mind is saying, come on, come on, come on, we need to go. He says, no, don't go anywhere. The vital force says, stay here. You see? So this is a beautiful education.
Yeah. And I feel you talk about the truth, but how come the truth to you? So
the truth never come to you. The truth never come to you like this. The most true thing about you is the truth. You see, you are the truth. You see, but not personally. You personally is not true. You personally is untrue. You impersonally is true. Now, while we have a strong belief that we are the person, then we are swimming in untruth. But we are consciousness, temporarily identified with being person. And so while we are in this state of person, we're a very limited form of consciousness. It is also consciousness, but very limited. The person has a lot of mental, psychological, emotional projections and beliefs about life. This is how the consciousness became entangled in worldly life, because it has forgotten its original being. You see? So something in life must bring it back to its original awareness. If this doesn't happen, whatever you do, you're still just sleepwalking, sleep talking. Of course, we don't call it sleep. We think we're quite awake. Yeah. My eyes are open. I can touch, I feel everything. So yes, but this is still sleep. For some beings, this is still sleep until you know who lives here. We have a lot of idea about who we are, but these are only ideas about who we are. Who we actually are, we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that has to be discovered. It cannot only be taught, it has to be discovered. And many people come and they say, I want to discover this. But to really discover this, it will feel a challenge for many people. Because then you start to discover that you have a lot of value for things which are impermanent. And we don't want to let go. We are attached to these impermanent ideas. And the attachment creates some resistance to go beyond the attachment. So the truth, I say, is very simple, but the seeker of truth is very complex. To get beyond himself is very difficult. And yet himself is an illusion also. It's not easy to, you can hear these things, but to really understand them fully inside the heart, it takes repetition sometimes, takes persistence, takes openness. And there are many other fingers calling you to go somewhere else. So, no one can say who is one who will really catch this. Really? Because so many things play as a distraction for your attention. Your attention is the most powerful tool you have. And easily we give it to things which are only momentary. To be able to offer the attention to what is permanent is not easy. There's so many things are calling you, come, play, come, let's play. Yeah. How to do it, I cannot say. It must already be something inside you. Some fruit inside your heart must be ripening to be so attracted to this thing. But for a while we are attracted to many things. But then somehow you develop an attraction for this, which is your own self. And then for me this is something very beautiful. And I don't think anybody can force it. Life has its ways beyond the human capacity. Life sometimes throws you in the river. You cannot swim. You see? It throws you in a deep river where you cannot swim, and it makes an appointment with you for when you come out. So it's a very exciting game. Now you ask, like, how you do this? How do you find the truth? How do you know this? How? I feel I cannot just say this thing. If we say, it is like we're in school. You do this, yes, you do that. You know? And many people, they only think they've learned something. They think they understand it. Like that. But first thing is your mind seems to get it. And then what we get with our mind, we have the illusion that we know. But it's not really the knowledge. It has to somehow happen here inside. And then it becomes your reality.
But it looks like you are a person who is awake. So you have some experience with it. And yeah, it's probably for everybody open. So everybody can find it. And so sometimes it's good when somebody gives you a sign or say, look at this way.
Yes. But already something must be, the one who knows this, you see, knows also, they know how to treat you. You see? Even you may think you're ready, but they know if you're ready or not. This is the thing. Because not merely because one asks a question mean they're ready. You may ask a question and maybe the answer you've already been told, but you are not able to embrace this answer yet. You see? So there are different things that happen. We cannot standardize it. People come in different ways. One come because they had an accident and their projections have crashed or something. Or some things, there are so many ways. You know? Somebody read a book or lost a friend or something like this, or a relationship breakup, or you know, whatever. Yeah. Whatever it is that triggers a deeper urge to find something. You see? And even without arranging anything, it's almost like the life arranges your meetings for you. You see? Yeah. Sometimes I say, no, God is my secretary. We arrange everything. Yeah. I don't arrange anything. That is a trust. And you find that somehow you trust that. And most people, they don't trust. Because they use the mind too much. And then somehow, in a time when you could have waited more, and be patient, something acts more quickly. We're always acting prematurely, quicker. Because there's fear. Fear that if I wait, something's going to go wrong, or I'm going to miss my chance. And so you act prematurely. So you never discover how it is to be here, into that stillness, because everything comes back down into a stillness. And in that stillness, you have insights not just knowledge. You see, and insight is is a higher form of consciousness than knowledge. Knowledge is something when you go to the mind, but an insight is something that is profound. You see, it's like it renders it inside your heart. It merges inside your heart. So this, if you don't know this thing, then life is helping you to discover this. How does people come here to a place like this? I have never asked anybody, in fact, because I'm not interested in research like that. But you have to ask them, how did you come to do this? And if you listen somehow, you'll find that, wow, there are many things that are really miraculous, amazing. You could not have planned it. You see? Just things happen like this, like a coincidence. And you cannot plan coincidences. You cannot plan something which is spontaneous. You see? And not just how you come here, but how will you leave here? And what have you found? This would be interesting. And also perhaps the truest answers, they don't seem straight. Says, I don't know what I found, actually.
Yeah.
But some things that were with me before, that I believe were true, I now see they are not true. And what is true, I cannot show you.